Okay, so it seems like obviously Neuro-sama is doing absolutely amazing at the moment, and as you guys have been saying, this is essentially your bit of Neuro-sama news on what is essentially the Neuro-sama news channel at the moment, right? But obviously no, it is just because of how well Neuro-sama and vedal have been doing with their recent hype train record, and there's been so many memes that have been going around. I posted a few on my Twitter the other day if you guys want to go follow that. You know, obviously we've got the signature look of superiority, which obviously was a very, very popular one. There's also a proud dad one, which obviously is vedal, and also a proud aunt one, which was Camilla as well, which I thought was quite funny. And yeah, obviously there's been stuff like this going around, and we also have a full confirmation of the subs and bits, by the way, with it obviously reaching level 126, the record, and also the subs being 126,273 with 1.194 million bits. So again, that is absolutely insane, and it is great to see how many you know, kind of subs and bits and stuff that has flown into this one hype train to essentially reach this new record, right? And we can also see another one here saying, want to see me break the hype train world record? Want to see me do it again? Which obviously, yeah, it's been 3 times now that they have done it, and I think it is absolutely insane how well they've done. But obviously, this comes with a lot of people spreading some misleading information and people being mad, right? And obviously, right now, Dexerto hasn't made a post on it, so we're pretty clear on the people getting mad thing at the moment. Some people are getting mad, but still not as much as, you know, Dexerto tend to bring into the space. So, hey, we'll have to keep an eye out for that one in the next couple of hours or days or so. But there was this one post from Zach Bussy, which again, obviously, we talked about yesterday. And essentially, they say a AI VTuber, Neuro-sama's viewers appear to be trying to push a new hype train, a record they set last week. This time, the human streamer vedal 987 isn't there. It's purely AI running the stream, which obviously, yeah, I do think, you know, is pretty interesting way to phrase it, because vedal was there in the chat and still partaking and also running the music in the background of the stream. He wasn't talking, of course, for a small period of time, but again, obviously, I think, you know, he's only human. He's going to have some breaks, and yeah, obviously is making it to seem like this is some 24/7 AI VTuber with no control. Now, obviously, as the community note here says, vedal is the creator of Neuro and controls our functions, programming, and the stream. He is very hands-on with all streams and Neuro. She's not left unattended, and vedal has expressed the goal of reaching AI, his AI reaching autonomy, but it's not at that point yet, which obviously is very, very important. And obviously, this person also followed up with another tweet saying vedal 987 AI VTuber Neuro-sama has beaten the Twitch global hype train record they set 2 weeks ago. And obviously, a lot of people have not been happy with them with their last post, you know, saying you're such a weird person. Obviously, we got the top 3 hype train record holders 2026, which is 1, 2, 3, and yeah, I think it is pretty insane how she holds all spaces now. You know, many people as well saying vedal is just there, he's in the background, he just wants to play more Pokemon that just evolved 4 days ago, which, yeah, that just seems to be the case, right? I've seen a lot of memes and things, right, of the hype train going on and on and on, because it took a couple of hours for it to actually really get to that point, right? It wasn't just like a sudden thing. It was still insane, you know, my Twitch chat was crashing, I couldn't really pay attention to it because it was like, it was just breaking, right? Just trying to even look at like the subs coming in and stuff. But yeah, vedal was just there in the chat being like, hey guys, I just want to play Pokemon. Can we just add this? Like, I just want to play Pokemon. I want time for Pokemon, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, there's other people as well saying you made a post without understanding or research. It's best not to spread misinformation about vedal. He's clearly in the chat. It's very obnoxious. He's also the one doing the music DJing right now, which, yeah, obviously is true. There's music playing throughout the entirety of the kind of, I guess, hype train push. And he was there picking the songs out and things. So again, I think that is something to kind of, I guess, point out there. And yeah, there's been many people quote retweeting this too, which I do think, obviously, yeah, it is pretty crazy how much misinformation, I guess, is going around. People saying vedal is, in fact, there in full control of the streams. Do your research before talking out of your ass. So obviously, they're saying, yeah, why are you lying? Which, again, I don't know if he said... oh yeah, they say it's purely the AI running the stream, which obviously is not the case. That is essentially a lie. That is false. Obviously, as someone who apparently covers creators and the news of creators, you know, I feel like they should be getting their facts a little bit better. But obviously, you know, it's whatever pushes the Twitter stuff, right? People saying, imagine spreading misinfo for clout. This dude loves harassing VTubers. I'm tired of everyone pretending like he doesn't, which, yeah, I think is true. They say, another normie trying to lie. Vedal is here and has been the entire time. He's in chat letting her have her moment of spotlight because she wasn't the one in it when they broke it previously. Said, I know people won't like this, but streaming is completely dead to me. It's an awful space from AI VTubers, IRL dipshits and animal abusers. I know I'm an old man. I was never the biggest fan of streamers anyways, but I can't see how the scene gets any worse. Again, already some people getting mad at it, and I do think this is kind of sad, right? Because I think it's sad that some people base their entire streaming experience off of whether an AI is breaking their records, right? At the end of the day, does Neuro-sama affect any of your favorite streamers over on Twitch? No, it doesn't. You know, you can still watch them. Your favorite streamer is still going to be there. You know, just because your favorite streamer might not get the record doesn't mean they suddenly become worthless and you should stop watching them altogether. So again, I do think that's an interesting take from it. You know, I think that, you know, just because Neuro-sama is out there breaking records and, you know, breaking these hype train things, right? It doesn't mean that your streamer is suddenly like invalidated and you can't watch them anymore. So again, I do find that a little bit weird how some people can like not be into Twitch anymore after this. It's just like, no, there's like plenty of streamers out there. That's the whole point of streaming, that you have like this kind of choice to watch whoever you want. But again, I think that's odd. Who's saying you're a loser who likes to spread misinformation? Obviously to him, yeah. So Vidal 987 is there. He is currently in chat. People is clueless, classic, spreading misinformation without research. It's so funny. Said, I don't think a single VTuber cares that there's an AI VTuber because there's actually more work behind Neuro than any other streamer who is chimping out over an silly AI anime girl. Also, let people like what they like. I'm tired of normies trying to ruin everything. I say we gatekeep harder, which obviously, yeah, it's quite funny. People say, okay, like, don't give them ideas, Lamau. Neuro has been around for a minute, man. And obviously, this is one of the other kind of comments that they put saying, it's only a matter of time until we see larger streamers use AI streamers of themselves on 24/7 streams, which, again, obviously, this was something we looked at in the last video. And I was saying, like, you know, it just doesn't make sense because nobody's going to watch an AI version of, you know, a current streamer. Say, like, I don't know, how to think of a random streamer, Ludwig, right? Let's just say he just goes live with a 24/7 channel with an AI version of himself. Nobody, I feel like nobody is going to really watch that, right? Some people will watch it because, you know, they're big fans of Ludwig, right? But it will never be to the point of where Neuro-sama is at right now. Neuro-sama has a kind of a different personality, and it's not a personality that is meant to replace a person, but to create a new kind of personality that people can enjoy, that Vedal has created, and then Vedal, on top of that, adds his own personality to the stream. So again, it just wouldn't work, right? You can't just stick this up on a 24/7 stream and just go, yeah, go ahead and make me money, make me views and get popular, right? Because that's just not going to be the case. You know, that's just not what's going to happen. Vedal and Neuro-sama have put in way more work than people take for granted. And I say Neuro-sama, obviously Vedal has put in way more work than people take for granted. And Tony, by the way, if you guys get that one. But yeah, obviously I do think it is interesting. People just kind of gloss over all the team that works on it. And we looked at this in the last video as well. All of the people that have worked on Neuro behind the scenes, including obviously the artists like Annie and stuff, but also stuff from like UI designers and gaming integrations, 3D modelers, YouTube channel kind of runners, whatever you want to call them, right? Obviously people as well saying, bro, got 11 people running this AI streamer and it's the top subbed right now too. Which again, obviously, yeah, I don't know. They're saying 11 people. What are they counting? I don't know if they're counting these people or something. I don't know. But again, I find that's quite interesting. Yeah, people saying dumbass. You know, the people commenting on this are missing the point. Who cares if Vedal was in the chat? It's still an AI streamer. Again, I don't see any problem with it. I think it's pretty stupid, right? And obviously, it seems like they've locked their comments because the swarm obviously just kind of farming them, which I think is quite funny. People say AI VTuber, we are cooked as a society. Why are we donating to an AI streamer? Which again, I do think is pretty funny, right? Because again, I think it's very, very misled. I don't blame a lot of these people for getting, you know, kind of, I don't know, just saying like, oh, AI streamer, like it's running by itself. Like, I don't kind of blame them whenever you have people like this, which are spreading like pure misinformation about the streamer that, you know, Vedal wasn't there or something, because he was there, right? He wasn't talking. but he was there and interacting with the stream. And I do think that is a very important part to kind of put in there. And I think many people miss this point out pretty massively. And obviously with spreads of different I guess news tweets or news articles like this, it just happens even more and more. Obviously Twitch UK and Ireland also have made a post on this saying record's so nice you had to beat it thrice. At Vedal, the community you've created is amazing. The Swarm are devout. Congrats on beating your own record 2 weeks after setting it in. So W Swarm, W at Neuro-sama AI, W Vedal, that's almost exactly what I said in my tweet. What the hell? Are they stealing my tweets? Is Twitch stealing my tweets? What the hell, bro? I said W Swarm, W Vedal, W Neuro. They just changed the order around. What the hell? Okay. Well, anyways. Also, this was quite a funny clip, which came from earlier on, talking about the fact of reaching 100k subs. And they said this aged worse than milk.
Those are all really cool. I really wish we could reach 100k. And I wish we were as cool as Idol.
We'll see. I don't think we're gonna reach 100k, but it'll be.
Those are all really.
So yeah, obviously Vedal, they're saying I don't think we're gonna hit 100k, and they've almost got 300k. Well, they've got 300k, I'm pretty sure at this point. So again, they've done it 3 times over, which I think is quite funny, and it's quite interesting looking back on it. It seems like Vedal didn't really have many high hopes to do with any of this, but again, it seems like it has gone way out of control as the Swarm have absolutely been taking over lately. And it's going to continue to make people cope, and obviously we'll continue to cover people coping and getting mad at this, because I do think it is extremely fun and just funny to see people I guess crashing out, right? And there's been more people saying, yeah, here we go again, Neuro and Vedal, a force to behold. It'll be even funnier for the 3rd time. And again, maybe it'll happen again, I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to kind of cover that one post in particular in a little bit more detail, because again, I did think it was interesting how much misinformation and misleading kind of information there is kind of going towards people. Because again, lots of people will see this from the outside and go, oh, like how dare they have an AI thing running 24/7 when that isn't the case, right? And it's because of people like this who are spreading stuff like this and trying to tone it in a way that will obviously make people get angry over stuff like this. I think it is just cringe and just entirely unnecessary, and hopefully the Swarm can kind of combat that out as they have been trying to do, especially with that community note there. But yeah, that's essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.